Hi, this is Clay again, and I'm going to be talking about the first fundamental theorem of calculus, part 1. This is another, also on the AP calculus test. So what it says, this is the technical definition. It doesn't really mean that much. It doesn't really matter that much. You just gotta know how to apply it. It just says that if it's continuous, actually in my last video I spelled continuous wrong, so this is how you spell it. On an interval a to b, then g of x is equal to this integral from a to x, and if x is between a and b, and that's continuous and differentiable in this interval, then the derivative of g is equal to f of x. Okay, that's really confusing, but I'll just apply that to these practice problems. Okay, so g of x equals the definite integral of 1 to x of t squared dt. Okay, so what it's basically saying is that, I keep going back and forth, but what it's saying is that if you take the derivative of this, what you do is you just plug x into that. That's kind of what this whole thing is saying. Okay, now we can start the practice problems. So what we have to do to take a derivative, so we're going to take a derivative of all these, is we just plug the x value into this function. So g prime of x is just x squared. And then this one, it's the same thing, except it's a different, the bounds are different. And that doesn't change anything. It's still x squared, so I should probably erase this a little bit and make it even nicer. It doesn't matter what the bounds are, as long as there's an x. This bottom part doesn't matter. Okay, so now g of x squared. So, if you have a x squared on this time, we still plug it in, like we did before. Except this time we have to multiply it by the derivative of this top value. We did that for this, but except the derivative of x is just 1. But that doesn't really matter, it doesn't change anything. So we just kept it like it is. So now we have to multiply it by 2 this time, since the derivative of x squared is 2x. Yeah. Okay, so we have to multiply by 2x this time. So, yeah, this is the answer. Yeah, so we just plug it in and multiply the derivative of the thing we plugged in. So g prime of x, we plug it in. Again, the bottom bounds don't matter. And now, since it's 3x squared, we have to multiply the derivative of that. And there we go, that's our answer. So we can leave it like this or just multiply it. It's fine either way. Okay, so yeah, that's the first fundamental theorem of calculus.